Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Forensic Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less.
Batman Love Letter. I am a complete nerd, and I begged Tom to get this because I love Batman. I love Batman. Look at these tokens. I hope you can see them. They have the bat signal on them. I love it. I love it. Now to the game. It is very similar to Love Letter. If you're familiar with the base game Love Letter, you draw a card, play a card, do what that card says. You want to get people, you guess people correctly, get them out of the game somehow. And be the last one standing with the highest card. One of those options, and you get one of these. The difference between this one and the other Love Letter is that when you guess someone correctly, saying, "I think you're Bane," and if he is Bane, then I get one of these. So the first to 7 wins instead of 4, because you get tokens for guessing correctly. So you can, if you're playing with 4 people, you can get 4 tokens in 1 round. If you guess all 3 correctly, and you can get that. So that's the difference between this. So very simple 16 deck card game. Draw a card, play a card. That's how, you win. Last one standing or get everyone out.
So in simplicity versus complexity, as Molly said, it's a very simple game. It's a micro game of sorts, 16 card deck, so there's not much going on. There's not a lot to memorize. Very handy player aids. It's a pocket-sized game, and it plays like a pocket-sized game. Very simple.
Yes, very, very simple. I've had to explain the rules multiple times, because people just don't like to necessarily read all the things. But if people took the time to read everything like I do, then I wouldn't have to explain, because you have
like Molly does.
I do. You have this fancy player aid that tells you exactly what to do. And if you think about it a little bit, then you know you don't want to discard certain cards. And yeah, very simple.
Luck versus strategy?
Mostly luck.
I say it's strategic, but there's a heavy dose of luck.
Well, yes, it is strategic, and what you guess, who you guess, because they have on the same player aid, it has how many of each card you have
in the game
total in the deck, and so you can see which ones are out and strategically place to guessing, and you can strategically play which card are you going to play in your hand. But I think it's hugely luck based. If you get the Joker or the old princess in the very beginning, it's really hard. Although I almost did it. I almost won with it.
You know what? I think there's a lot more strategy than you're giving it credit for. If you're Batman and you can guess somebody and you guess the card that you're holding in your hand to throw them off the scent.
I've done that. I did that. I think I guessed Joker. That's what I did. When I had the Joker, I guessed the Joker, and they were like, "No," so no one thought I was the Joker. Yeah.
Some people will always play a Robin, which will make you immune to other card effects. Maybe you hold on to that so that they wouldn't think to guess Robin. Or there's just so many things you could do to strategically throw people off the scent or help yourself out by deducing what somebody else is holding, and can you compare cards with them? Can you make them discard their card, and can you win? There's just all sorts of stuff. But you're right, Molly's right. There's a heavy dose of luck in this game.
People that get people out in the first round.
That's true.
Straight luck, man. Bane. How did you know that? You didn't. You just guessed correctly. Congratulations.
So I think it's a fun balance for a filler game.
Yeah. Yes. Which gets me to fun versus boring. How do you feel about that?
I think this game is super fun. When we first played the original edition of Love Letter, we laughed for an hour straight. We played it a ton of times in a row. Everyone at the table, everyone that was standing around the table wanted to get in and play this awesome game. And then to me, it kind of wore out its welcome. It stopped being as fun. And it's not because it's like a party game that's only good for one, but it played a little longer than it should have, I thought, for what I feel should be a filler game. This game fixes that problem. This game doesn't wear out its welcome, because even though you have to go for a higher score, instead of going for 4 of these tokens, you go for 7, you can get them much faster. And multiple people can get them in a round, and so you can stay competitive throughout the whole game instead of just being everyone trying to gang up on the leader. Well, there may be 2 leaders, there may be 3 leaders, there may be people that are constantly moving up at a time. I think this game is very fun and definitely, for me, replaces the original. I don't know that I will ever play the original again. This game is way more fun, and it's fun on its own, independent of the original.
I would agree. I think it's super fun. I do think sometimes it goes a little longer than I would like, even this game, just because people agonize over their decisions, which, fair enough, but you've got 2 of them. That's it. That being said, it is much shorter and much quicker than the other game, therefore making it super fun, and making it a filler. It does say 5 minutes of fun on the box.
That's a little...
AEG, I don't know. Did you play it in 5 minutes? Maybe it probably can be done. Maybe one round. I don't know. But it definitely is a 15, 20-minute game. So it's definitely not a long game. I love the theme. I think it's weird to have a love letter Batman, though. Like,
branding. I get it.
Are
but
you
that is
writing?
weird.
Are you writing? Are you falling in love with? I mean, I love Batman, but I'm not in love with Batman, right? I don't want to write a love. Yeah. So, but I love Batman, and I love the art. Yeah. So I think it's super fun. What is your BGG rating?
I would give this a solid 7. I would not turn it down. I'm generally willing to play. I don't know that I always suggest it, but if someone were to want to play a game in between games or while we're waiting or something, I would definitely play. And I would play this on its own just for fun. It's a 7. It's a fun game.
I would give it a 6, 6.5, 6.5 if I could give that. I think it's a solid game, but I'm not quick to suggest it. But I'll play it every time, and I'm not upset when we play it. I really love the theme, like I said, so maybe that suckers me in. Remember, when we get to 500 subscribers, and then 1,000, and then every multiple of 500 after that, you could win a free glitter painting. So subscribe and tell all your friends.
Because it could be you that wins.
We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.